Imagine telling someone who has never heard of $7 trillion that
can't
this is
even
what
count.
moves every 24 hours. They'll think you're mad, you know? So, I mean, I went and did my research, started the small research on, you know, the first place you're always taken to, Baby Peeps. You go start reading Baby Peeps. Then after that, start making sense of a few things here and there, get to understand how foreign currencies work. I mean, by that time, the only currency I knew was the Kenya shilling, and now the dollar because it's the reserve. Then all the others knew.
By the way,
you know? So, then now the losses started when, you know, you've already known there's $7 trillion to be made. I want 6, you can take the one.
You're curious.
I want 6 trillion, you guys can handle the one, you know.
And then it's usually after you've done some proper research, now you feel you're equipped now,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You're like, I got this.
Yes,
So you go in.
and you go all in.
Once you place a trade,
Yeah. I mean, the decision is already done.
It's a done deal.
The decision is already
It's
done.
either we make or
Yes.
deal now.
It's
Yeah.
either
it
SL
is
or
not
TB.
for you.
Yes.
Welcome to these amazing stories where we get to listen to different people from different walks of life. I'm talking if you're into finance, if you're into banking, if you're also just into sales. Hey, this is a space for you to come and share your story about your relationship with money. Now, as you know, Pastor Chronicles is supported and sponsored by Scope Market. Now, Scope Market is regulated globally and locally, and they offer you a platform to trade and invest in the financial markets. So if you don't know how to get started, Naizi Mamboza Forex and whatnot, please set up an account with Scope Markets and let's help you achieve your financial freedom. Now let's get to it. Now today I am delighted to have a consultant from AIB Access, that is Brian Wanaina, who will introduce himself shortly. And I have our co-lead educator with us, that is Mr. Geoffrey. So he'll also give us an intro about himself. Now let's get started with Brian. How was that intro? Good enough, eh?
Great, you nailed it.
I nailed
You
it.
nailed it.
All right. How are you doing, Geoffrey?
I'm good, Mercy. How are
You're
you?
good. How is this June-July weather going for you guys?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Personally, I'm used to this kind of environment.
Yeah.
Because I just live next to the next area
Ah,
around here, so
okay.
it's normally cold most of the time.
Nice. You're already used to this type of chills, eh?
Yes,
All
yes.
right. So give us an intro, give us an idea of who Brian Wanaina is. I've already mentioned consultant with AIB Access, which is a big name. But who are you ideally?
Thank you for inviting me. My name is Brian Goge Wainaina. I'm a visual arts creative. I'm a designer in different fields. I'm also a farmer, an entrepreneur, and an entertainer.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so
okay.
I carry so many names with me.
Nice.
Yes.
You look pretty young to have all those roles, right?
It's the grace of God, I would say. Yeah.
That's what's up. So let's get started with maybe how did you first of all, how has your relationship with money been like? Like, did you start small? Like, did you always want to be into this space of investing and actually, helping people? Yeah.
All right, my investment journey has not been so great, I would
Yeah,
say.
okay.
It's been ish. Being just, I would say, someone from low level. Allow me to use a low level in this
okay.
case, because I didn't have someone to guide me in terms of where to be, what to do in terms of finance, and where to get started.
Yes.
You understand? So I found myself in a scenario where I'm from school and then looking for a job like any other normal Kenyan would do. And by God's luck, I managed to get employment at Pride Inn Hotels and Resorts as a creative.
Wow.
But it was not easy to get it because I started as a waiter. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I managed to get a contract with Pride Inn where I worked for 4 years. Yes, 4 years. It was a nice journey. But before I got there, I started by being, I would say, a casual worker. as a
Okay.
waiter. Then with time, I managed to get to the kitchen. I got to get some bit of knowledge in bakery.
Okay.
I was not really interested so much with that
Yes.
because I never felt like it's something I want to be doing. And furthermore, it was very hot to be in the kitchen,
Yeah, I've heard the stories.
Yes. So it was really funny because when I made up my mind, I just walked to the HR. I didn't know he was the HR then.
Okay.
He was the group HR. But I thought he was just the HR for the unit since I didn't know any other unit for Friday. And then I just talked to him. I told him I'm interested in becoming a visual creative for you guys. I've seen what you've been doing, but I think you're struggling. I can assist.
That's
So
like
that's how
bold.
he sent me to somebody else
Yes.
who was, I can mention their name, Perpetual, who was a digital manager at Pride in Paradise. So she got to interview me and kaniambia, you can start the following month, even though nilipata job.
Wow. And now that was your
and
visual creative.
to take you back, it was from just taking that initiative ya kuambia tu hata without knowing whom you're talking to,
Yeah.
but you already know ni mse kulingana ile kiwango niko naona anatritiwa hapa, niko najua huyu jamaa lazima ndio ana call shots hapa, so mi nikamapproach.
Nice.
So my point in this entire story usaiogopa kushutia shot, whether ni kwa biashara, whether ni kwa kazi, whether ni kwa relationship, whichever, just
Be
go for
bold.
it. Usiogope.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
sad. That's an interesting story. And now from there, you began your visual creative journey. What does that
yes.
entail? Because and also from that time, were you into finance? Some of that for you, so meanza to space to maingia to wherever you're going, you know.
You see, and you remember I told you,
Yeah.
without someone guiding you,
Yeah.
you are all over. You understand? Because now, for me, brought up by my mom,
Okay.
single mother.
Yeah.
So I really don't rely on anyone apart from my mom. And what she doesn't know, I have to know. You understand?
Yeah.
So now once nimeingia Pride, si nimepata job. Nikaanza kupata pesa kiasi hapa na pale, nikajipanga at least maisha ikasonga. Then just before COVID hit, I met a friend of mine. But before that, his name is Martin Kimondo. I think some of you guys might know him. He told me, naonanga unakuanga na hizi interest za stocks na nini na nini. Unajua pia story ya forex. Because mimi napenda story za forex na nafanya hivi na hivi na hivi. Na niko wapi scope. So niko like, scope ni wapi? Is it a physical place? Ama like unawaku huko ama which is which? So ndio akanielezea sasa kuna kitu inaitwa forex, brokers ni hawa na hawa na walimention a few, na hivyo ndio nilianza kukuwa na interest. But before mimi nilikuwa curious na stories za stocks.
Na ulikuwa unajisomea ile like online.
Sana ilikuwa inaitwaje? Ni KCB ama ni KBC? Bank ni
KCB.
Yeah, KCB. I was so interested kujua kama wanakuanga nazo because when I was young nilikuwa naona safari rallies na kuwa branded na story ya KCB. All over niko like hii kampuni inakaa ni big.
Kana jina kubwa.
So interested. So when I had the topic of investment, nilikuwa najua stocks is the way to go. It's still the way to go. But hiyo ndio the only knowledge nilikuwa nayo then.
Yes.
Umenielewa?
Yeah.
So hivyo ndio nilianza kugain interest. Akani introduce to hiyo platform ya Scope. It was, I think 2019. You were new by then.
Yes.
It was 2019 when I created that account. My friend, the kind of losses.
Geoffrey, I'm guessing you can relate there, right? Hapo kwa losses, how has it been? How has yours been?
Well, mine has been a very, how do I call it? Mine is a unique scenario because I didn't actually start in finance and all that. I was in a very different field. I started off in journalism. Yeah? So I started off in journalism. I was doing journalism, online radio and things like that. Then I got into Forex back in 2018. And it's more of not being taught. It's more of the influence of the people around you, you know? You know, peer pressure was always an answer to something back in the day.
Especially
What-
in high
what-
school.
Yes, exactly. What happened with peer pressure, you know?
Yeah.
But now that was more of like a positive influence because, I mean, it has really shaped the trajectory of my life.
Nice.
And the people I was with that time, it was more of like friends, and it's friends who used to link up like almost every other day. Then I see this guy with chats on the screen every single day. I go to that place. And then that time he's making small profits here and there. And I'm like, okay, I'm now interested in this. Because that time I'd launched like my own brand in terms of like radio. I was doing online radio. Then I got very curious and interested. What is all this Forex thing about currencies and all that? You see, especially when it comes to money. Relationships with money usually depends on the programming that you get from when you're at a very young age, you know? So whatever programming you get from when you're young, then you also go to school. There's a certain programming that you usually get when it comes to issues with money. Sometimes there's that the fear of you can't speak out much about money. There's just the generalized view of things, you know? You can't think or you can't like speak too big about money. People will think you're absurd or something. And also there's that more of like a box you're in, you know? You can't unless now you actually get yourself out of that box in terms of like the mentality perspective. So once I now got to understand, especially, you know, the Forex market moves about like $7 trillion every single day.
Yeah.
Imagine telling someone who has never heard of $7 trillion that
can't
this is
even
what
count.
moves every 24 hours. They'll think you're mad, you know? So, I mean, I went and did my research, started the small research on, you know, the first place you're always taken to, baby peeps. You go start reading baby peeps. Then after that, start making sense of a few things here and there, get to understand how foreign currencies work. I mean, by that time, the only currency I knew was the Kenya shilling, and now the dollar because it's the reserve. Then all the others knew.
By the way,
you know? Now you start knowing that you can trade the euro and the dollar. Then you start knowing that you can make money in dollars when you're still in Kenya. You know, at that time, not very many people know that you can actually make money in dollars when you're in Kenya, you know? I actually now started becoming more interested in it and doing my research into that. Then now the losses started when, you know, you've already known there's $7 trillion to be made. I want 6, you can take the one.
You're curious.
I want 6 trillion, you guys can handle the one, you know.
And then it's usually after you've done some proper research, now you feel you're equipped now,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You're like, I got this.
Yes.
So you go in.
And you go all in. I have $20 in my account. I want 6 trillion. You guys can go another 1 trillion that remains, and then we meet in the next 24 hours, you know?
Yeah.
Hata heri wewe ulianza na $20. Sisi wengine tuliambiwa you can start with $10.
Hey.
Because I think the minimum amount hiyo time ilikuwa, was it 10 or 5?
It was around 10, 20 there
10.
about.
Mimi nakumbuka it was around 10 because my first initial deposit was $10.
Wow.
That haikumaliza siku.
Hata seconds.
You know, you see, and then something about like getting into this space, especially once you get in, and then you start off with wins like this. The kind of confidence it fuels you with is so much. You know, that adrenaline of I've just made money online right now, and it's a lot of money. And then especially during that time, if I was those campus days, I'm in journalism class, and I've realized I've made double my school fees for this semester. I'm like, you know what? Let's do it again.
Done and dusted.
Yes, let's do it again. You know? And the very first time, I started off on a winning streak. We started off with a winning streak.
Yes. Good,
Hey, I was cruising nicely.
He was lucky.
I was
He was
cruising.
one of
Yes,
the lucky
that's
He
it.
was
Yes.
lucky. Because now this is not from a point of knowledge.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
You
know?
understand?
luck.
The beginner's luck.
Yeah.
You know that there's that beginner's luck.
Yeah.
So me, I'm getting in the first time with the winning streak, and I'm like, guys, I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay.
You're already building
Yes,
castles.
yeah.
You're like, I'm done. I'm pulling up.
Ushajenga
this
hadi
car, you
nyumba.
know.
Hey, me that time, I'm in journalism class. I'm not even listening anymore. I'm like, you guys, if you knew what I knew right now.
and you see when you start off,
Yeah.
unaanzanga kupiga hizo mahesabu za
Yeah.
nimemake $30 leo na kesho nikimake another 30 kesho kutwa another 30
Yes.
you forget that there are times you'll make losses.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, within this period unapiga hesabu ya 30 unapiga hadi story ya by sijui age 30 nitakuwa na gari, nitakuwa na nyumba, nitakuwa na bibi, nitakuwa na watoto, nitakuwa na investment.
Yes, and that time the pressure is there because your friends are also getting jobs, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, you start feeling, well, what am I doing wrong? You know,
exactly.
So actually, before we got back to visual creative, sasa umeconfirmiwa ama bado? Uko ndani?
After the interview, she called and then I got a confirmation.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. Hey, nikipata confirmation, nilikuwa shule. There's a room, mi nilisomea MTTI huko Mombasa. There's a room ilikuwa inaitwa C13. Back in the days, I hear walichange hiyo room to something else. It was the only room yenye ilikuwa na consistent ama reliable internet. The other rooms zilikuwa, but the LAN cable, hiyo ndio ilikuwa the best. So what I did, nilienda nikanunua 5 meters of LAN cable. Ndio nidunge juu time kuna class hapo, niko nyuma ya class huku chini na LAN. Sa hiyo, na try ku sharpen skills in design, na pia nataka kuanza investments. Because already nishaona opportunity juu confirm. Nishaanza kupiga mahesabu ile mshahara napata. Hii mshahara ni pesa mingi because mimi honestly
Hauna responsibilities more people.
The only responsibility I had was rent.
Yeah.
And maybe food. And do you know, mimi I used to survive with 3,000 a month.
Hey, that's a financial
That was the
goal.
only pocket money I used to get. You understand?
Yes.
I could budget for 3,000. Hiyo ni pocket money. Now after stories za rent na nini, nimebaki na 3K.
3K. Sasa hiyo ni utumizi.
Hii 3K in a day, I expect to spend 50 bob.
It's another
Only.
level of discipline. Do you really?
50 bob. Ifike hadi mwisho wa mwezi so that I can call home, niwaambie
Yes.
I need more money.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So what did I do? Niliona at some point sikuwa nimefactor in transport, umepata kazi. Sikuwa nimefactor in transport. The first month you're not paid like see you have to first work so that you can get paid.
Yeah.
After the end of the month. Hey, my friend, hiyo mwezi was tough on me.
Yeah.
There are times I used to walk from town to Shanzu in Mombasa. Alafu I didn't even tell anyone.
You suffered alone.
Not even my parents.
I know,
Because
yeah.
I knew if I do, nitaanza kuwapea pressure.
Yeah.
So what I used to do, nilikuwa nakimbia asubuhi. So naeka tu bag kwa mgongo, nakimbia, ni zoezi na niko na nguo.
Wow.
So ni hotel kuna nini clock rooms. So mi nimeenda huko nimepiga zoezi, nimeenda hizo kilomita zote, naingia na shower na change.
Back
naingia
as
niko fit. Jioni the same way.
What? That was one of your longest months in like your entire life.
Exactly. Now the dumbest decision I made was now to get into another contract. Kumbuka hii mwezi haijaisha.
Yeah.
Nimepata opportunity mahali as a receptionist. Niko na skill, iko kwa portfolio, niko na skill. Nimeingia hapo nikaingia receptionist. Shift ni ya usiku. Mchana niko kazi.
Wow.
Kumbuka napiga nini? Zoezi asubuhi na jio. You should see my picture your time.
We will request for that photo.
I will send. Trust me. I will send.
Yeah, okay.
So now, the reason I was doing this is because I wanted a breakthrough. All right? I needed money.
Yeah.
And the reason I needed money is because I wanted to invest in Forex. Umenielewa?
Yeah. Did you have like a target at that time? Ama for you it was, I just need
Mimi
some
I
serious
want-
money.
And then, you know how I learn things? I just do them.
Ah, okay.
Whether I know it or not. Mimi nitaingia kichwa. Nasikia I hope tunaongelea kichwa the same. But kichwa hivyo ndio mi huingia. So nilifanya hiyo job for 3 months, usiku na mchana. So then from there nika grow with time, nika get into Forex seriously kidogo.
So say you're doing the biashara and you're focusing on Pride In, and things actually, the wheel is running.
Yes, things are moving. Nishaanza kumake do kiasi. The business is also running because pia the money I got from Pride In, I injected in that business. It was a very good biashara. I'll show you the images later. So it picked up, right?
Yeah.
And nimekuambia ni before COVID. I need you to remember
Biscuits.
that. Right? So now nimepiga nini nikaingia forex. Hey, my friend. I remember I used to deposit 20,000 each and every month. Now, year 20,000 didn't see the other month. So I decided, you know what? Acha tu niendelee. Persistent. Persistence. Wapi. So nikaamua, okay, now we're into month 6. Ni losses too. Losses.
Mesema 20k una inject, hakuna kitu inarudi.
Hairudi.
6 months down the line.
Okay, there are times I'll make profit.
True, definitely.
But now when you look at the amount you're making, it doesn't really make sense. But for me, ilikuwa like kitu ya kunimotivate because now you see, at least now I'm able to make something little. Only that it's not enough to stay ahead my growth, whatever I want to do.
Yes.
You understand?
But it's something, at least you see there's something
so
coming.
nikaanza kuona hii kitu inaweza work. So nikaanza kutafuta sasa vitabu. We, friend of mine amenitumia kitabu iko na 500 pages. Mimi 500 pages.
Imagine.
Nikasema nikamwacha niingie YouTube. Then there was this guy, he was called, is it Raja Banks or something? Anafanyaga live trading.
Yeah, I know that.
I think he's still there, right?
Yeah, he's still there.
He's still there.
Yeah.
So now, mi naangalia mjamaa, anaingia kwa market within 1 minute na ametoka niko like, the amount of money the guy is making in 1 minute, na mi niko hapa the whole day. Mbona hai make sense? So back then, Fidel Apondo was, I think, my account manager.
Okay.
I call him, I tell him, sasa kuna jamaa ananipea pressure hapa. The guy is making millions within 1 minute and I'm here struggling. What am I not doing right? So Fidel ananiambia nitakutumia vitu uanze kulana hapa na hapa. So akanitumia now the right materials. Hapo ndio nikajua story ya candlesticks, patterns, which nilikuja kuangalia stories za pattern later on nikaona strategy tricky. Unaona?
Yeah.
So hapo ndio sasa nika get into it like now this is meaningful information.
True, yeah.
So hiyo ndio sasa ilinijenga. Initially ilikuwa kichwa.
Initially you were bold, uko naogopa as much. But sasa you know life is moving.
But now things are rolling and also nishaanza kupata more information in regards to trading. Stories za patterns, stories za nini. I think hizo vitu kidogo, I think to some extent zupoteza I'm saying. Because unajua once you decided to go in one direction and you decide to go with it to the end, anything else doesn't matter. But now when you get more information that it's also relevant.
Yeah.
However, it now changes your course to now leave your idea, follow what this is saying. Hapo kidogo ilikuwa inanipea pressure. And that's why naongea story ya emotions into these things.
Yeah.
And especially, you see, when it comes to the emotional perspective of things in terms of the market, how humans we are wired, especially when it comes to money, again, like what I was talking about, the psychological programming from when we are young to now even getting into adulthood. Probably even before I go to what is the most amount of money you've ever lost in this business?
In a day, am I in?
Just like probably in like one time you took some trades. What is the most amount of money you've ever lost?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a broker mwenye na trading na yeye. And he will tell you, in a day, there's a time nearly lose $500,000. Yeah.
Dollars or shillings?
No, shilling. Dollar hata hiyo sikiari watatafuta.
Okay. Now, how was the feeling after you lost that?
Number one, it didn't hit me. Because I was like, I still make it. That's why I'm talking about emotions here. Nilikuwa like, imepotea, nitamake tu. Menelewa? But I'm not factoring in, this is actual money. Like, it's like I have detached myself from the money. Umenielewa?
Yeah.
Until the end of the month, you realize, oh, by the way, I've messed up. You know? So hapo kidogo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Was it before? Was it like during the learning curve or after the learning curve? Now, when you're now like consistently profitable
It was after.
after the learning curve.
Because now, once you have the knowledge, you're a bit confident,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And for me, I'm one guy who decides, if I decide this is the way to go, I stick with it.
Yeah.
So my trading style is more, I would say my risk appetite is very high when it comes to trading.
Okay.
Because here you have like a $100 account and you're trading with a volume of 0.1.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Juu
risk
uko na
taking.
leverage, uko na leverage ya 1:400. So I think it was a bit tough. It was a bit tough, and kulan pia ilikuwa inaumiza juu unapoteza pesa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is now that's the reason why I've actually asked you that is because you see how we are like how we are wired, especially if let's say for example someone actually lost quite a huge amount of money, chances are very high that they may not be able to come back to trading again.
Yeah.
Very many people.
Very.
So it takes a very small percentage of people to actually, be that resilient and say that I am going back to trading and actually try to make things right and actually get to understand how this skill works and how you can actually get to yourself to that point of consistently and being a consistently profitable trader. I'm sure so many people, and it's a question I've even asked like very many people, what is the most amount of money you've lost, even apart from like trading, even in a different kind of business? And then you see the kind of, it even comes with some facial expressions,
Yeah.
You ask them that and there's that sting of they have still not moved on from this,
You've touched that dark
Yes,
spot.
they have
Yeah.
still not moved on from this. And some of the answers I usually get, like now there's someone who told me like they lost. It's not like even like in a business, they like probably were conned or something, and it was about like $100, and it was probably like 5 years ago. And if you ask them that question today, they still have that. Yes, Nisha koniwa $100, and I'm like, have you tried forex? Have you tried trading? you know, so that emotional attachment towards money, the reason of that thing of you don't want to lose money, and that comes of also with the fear of being wrong as well.
Yes.
When let's say like previously, even during like in the schooling system and all that, being wrong comes with its own consequences and with its own punishments and things like that.
True.
But now when you come into in the world of like business, finance, trading, and markets, being wrong is actually what helps you and shapes you into the kind of trader that you really need to become. Because without those losses, you won't become the trader you need to become. If everything was just cruising nicely, you won't go to your journal and start writing down those notes. You won't, sit down and actually treat this like you treat it like a business and give it the seriousness that it deserves.
Yeah.
So those mistakes are actually what get to, shape you. You're able to embrace your losses and be like, okay, fine, I've made this loss. So how do I move on from here? How do I actually be able to, get myself to become better? And now, take it upon yourself to embrace that and now become the consistently profitable trader that you're looking out to become.
Yeah. I like
It is something that is not very many people have actually embraced it. Not many people like being wrong,
Yeah.
We're still learning.
Yes.
Because it comes with a cost.
Exactly.
It comes with a cost.
Yes, it comes with a cost and a consequence.
And a consequence.
So
yeah,
it's
true.
more of now, once you're able to embrace that and know that, being wrong is okay. It's a matter of how you actually approach that situation. Is now where now you start seeing the difference between someone who's struggling in trading and someone who's now being able to get to that point of consistency. Or Mercy, what do you think?
I think that's definitely true. I read a quote recently, or I heard rather, that getting money is super hard, right?
Yeah.
But using it or it disappearing is the easy part. For some reason, it just has the ability to disappear in a blink of an eye,
Yeah.
right?
True.
So that now leads us to actually learn how to make proper investment decisions, right? So maybe back to you, Brian. So now we're done. We're now visual creatives. We're trying to trade. from then on, now, how was your journey now from that point?
I left Mombasa to Nairobi.
Okay.
That was now after 24 years.
Oh,
Not
you-
24 years. 15 years of living Nairobi.
Okay.
Yes. So I came to Nairobi as a creative in a renowned mall around here.
Nice. Okay.
And I was a creative, junior creative, and the guy who was there left. So I became verbally, I would say, the senior creative. So I learned a lot. Also, money increased, so I started investing in different aspects. I got into stocks.
Okay.
Specifically hizo low cost.
Oh,
I had
the
a thing
KCB,
for it before, yeah?
Yes.
And also ABSA.
Okay.
So nishaanza kujua okay, at that point after nime lose nika take a break. And then from my understanding the guy who I relied on leave place.
Okay.
So nika feel so now what next? I have money here, I don't know what to do, and I'm relying on this guy to tell me or rather teach me because alikuwa na limited time. So we could meet, talk, and ama times zingine to have almost 2 hours on phone nikitry kuelewa. And that actually led me into trouble in that environment because I was always on call.
Yeah.
You understand?
Rather
But
than-
it didn't mean that I'm not delivering.
Yeah.
It's only that I used to deliver and then I spare some time for the call. And mostly it was in the evening. Toka 6 hapo. So tutaongea hadi 7. He tells me he wants to leave. Ambia ni sawa, at least nimelan vitu 2, 3 hivyo. So when he left, the call stopped. Because now sahi kuchoma, but I understand the airtime wasn't his.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So now tuka narrow down to ile knowledge nilikuwa nayo, ni rely on that. Na still nilikuwa na make losses. So ikafika point nika take a break.
Okay.
So nikaingia into farming.
You digressed. You're like,
Exactly.
turn around. Let us go back to the land.
Sasa mimi I really don't waste time. Nikiona kitu haiwork nawekanga tu hapo kwanza.
Yeah, okay.
Si ati nimeachana nayo, naiweka kando kwa sasa because it is not working. I go back to the drawing board, restructure very fast, come up with a plan, execute. Fail to the next one.
Nice.
So that is how I work with everything around in my life, that is sorry. So niliingia into farming, nikaanza na mahindi, maharagwe, nikachomeka kwanza kidogo, hiyo season haiko ina make sense, but the following nini ika make sense. Na maki, when I'm doing this, no one knows.
Oh, everyone knows you just work some XYZ place.
Not even my family knows.
Not even your family. Wow.
Even now sijika watu wanajua bado mfanya tu chini ya maji. So hiyo ndio imenijenga with time. So fast forward 2024 last year he calls me back now akaniambia sasa niko mahali fulani na wanafanya hii na hii na would you mind to explore? Nikamwambia of course, why not, nitakuwa na zile classes tena. Nikamwambia like sawa.
Nice.
Nikaingia.
And at that time, would you consider yourself when you kind of intermediate trader, pro trader? Because uko na a lot of knowledge, right? Unaweza sema ulikuwa level gani basi? Tricky.
It's tricky because now with the market, you can't
Yes.
really say you're the master.
Yeah.
Huwezi sema wewe ni lana bado. You understand? Because you still make losses. Wewe ni mnoma aje, bado utapigwa loss. That's why nimemwambia, I lost $500,000 in a day. To some other traders who are good traders, hiyo ni pesa kidogo sana. But you see, that is my level.
Yeah.
You understand? So within my level, that is a lot.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So that's the highest yenye nime lose in a day. I won't say now
Over time.
sasa plus zenye nilikuwa naanza nazo. I'm sure you can see the
Hey,
records.
yeah. Been there. But you mentioned something good. Breaks are important, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
For you, Geoffrey, how does that work out? Do you find yourself taking breaks?
Yes. Especially breaks in terms of 2 scenarios. After a very huge winning streak, and also after a big losing streak. Now, for the winning streak is because especially if you've had a very good, big profitable, winning streak. The reason is if you keep putting pressure on the gas, you will eventually do something that will either give you a very big loss or actually even blow your entire account. Because there is that, again, we are humans. We are wired to, there's an aspect of greed.
Yep.
There's the aspect of greed that
Hapo
comes.
sasa, hapo
I mean,
sasa.
even the guy who's making $1 million still wants more.
Yes.
Even the guy who's making $1 billion still wants more. You understand?
Yeah,
So if you've made a certain amount of profits, at some point you still want to, break certain limits. You'll be like, if I made, let's say for example, let's say you even made $1,000 today. Tomorrow you make another $1,000. On Wednesday you will want to make more than that, definitely, right? So after a huge winning streak, it's also important, like, to take a break and also, celebrate that win. It's a milestone you've made, yeah? So celebrate that milestone before now you start keep pushing, before you keep pushing again.
Yeah.
Because if you just keep pushing, at some point you will break.
You'll burn out.
At some point you will break. So it's very important to, once you get to a certain limit, take that break, even if it is a few days, sometimes even a week. Take that break.
And also to expound on celebrating, mimi how I do it, if I make a profit, natoa hiyo do nanunua kitu nataka.
Nice.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
So I can say, because when I came to Nairobi, walinifanyia ile kitu. If you understand,
You have gone
I
to
want to mention.
You have
Walinifanyia
been
ile
a
kitu.
target.
No, I think watu wanaonanga mimi ni tajiri na I have not yet. You understand?
Okay.
So walinifanyia ile kitu. But then I was profitable tena sana. So I told Fidel, you know what? I'm just going to withdraw everything and buy what I want. So I can tell people 34x hailipi. Ni wewe hautaki ikulipe. Why am I saying that? Umemake $1,000. All right? Why don't you just withdraw your $1,000 in 100? Okay.
100 hapo.
You can buy anything with 100. Not anything, but something meaningful with 100k. Nunua kitu either yenye itaingia kwa nyumba ama yenye maybe utakuwa unaiona usema hii hizi ni proceeds of my effort, the trading. So that is how I celebrate. Na pia I celebrate the losses.
Nice.
The
Yeah.
losses now.
We're not all the same in that.
The
You
losses
take
now.
coffee, that is what I
Yeah,
mean.
everyone with their thing. If you do the
losses now.
psychiatrist, you don't do your
You
thing.
need therapy.
No, for me, I think I am used to losing.
Because you started off kind
I've told
of.
you my journey.
Yeah.
Naibiwa. Nimekuja Nairobi wamenisafishia nyumba. It is literally I walk into the house, I was like, nimeingia kwa nyumba ya wenyewe ama niko kwa yangu kwanza. So I go back and confirm the number, the house number. It's my room. Those guys wanasafisha hadi curtains.
Jeez.
I mean,
It's like you're entering a new house, but it was yours.
ndio na rent kwa mara ya kwanza.
Yeah. So you see now what I was saying now, the aspect of taking the breaks, even after losses, it's important to take that break, because when you now get, maybe let's say you've had maybe 3-4 losses in a row.
Yeah.
The first normal, again, human instinct is you want to recover that money that you've lost. So, and whatever happens next is you find yourself revenge trading. And instead of
With
now,
a lot of emotions.
yes, and instead of now actually making that money back, you dig yourself into a deeper hole.
A deeper hole, yeah.
And eventually find
deposits.
yourself, and eventually find yourself doing more harm than good to that account. So even after a losing streak, I mean, just take some time off from the charts, reanalyze, and that's where the importance of having a trading journal comes in, because now you're able to reassess and evaluate your trades and see what actually happened. Is it like, did I take the setups that are not okay, or is it my risk? Was it the patience that comes in? Because I'll give you an example. Like now myself, I'm a swinger. I hold positions. Yes, I'm a swinger. I hold positions for days, sometimes even into weeks.
Okay.
The longest time period I've held a position is 8 weeks. So you imagine you're in a position 8 weeks. And that was, I remember,
I
last
hope
year.
equal gold.
No, it was EU. So imagine
Gold, eh?
gold. The gold, the longest I've held is about 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 weeks I've done holding properly gold, 3 weeks. But the longest time period I've held a position is 8 weeks. So imagine 8 weeks, you are looking at that chart for a whole 8 weeks. kuna mtu hawezi kaa na open position overnight. They would sleep, you know. So I've touched that.
Remind me of something. Now let me tell you the most expensive asset in trading is natural gas. Sijui kama you guys have used it. I've traded it.
Yeah, nat gas.
Na hiyo iko tu scope peke yake. That was my favorite. So
What made you first of all go for natural gas? Because it's
no,
a
like
unique one.
see, I have told you, I prefer doing new things. I
Ah,
explore,
okay, exploring,
and I told you I have no one to reference. Umenielewa? When it
Yeah.
comes to so many things in life, zenye ni personal,
Yes.
like close things, not other aspects. So when it comes to finance, na rely on a few things, a few people. So before I can refer to someone, mi utry kwanza because unajua huwezi enda tu mahali unaambia msee na kuna hii na hii na hii, hata unamwestia time juu namba una knowledge. Naona you've not invested time and effort ku research. So before niende kwa msee, mi huwa nimefanya research, namwambia nimeona hii na hii na hii. So in that process I managed to get an asset inaitwa natural gas pale. We that thing can, you see the normal gas how it explodes. Now the other one is I would say it's 10 times. See kama you've traded it.
Yes, I know nat gas very well.
And there's a time I made a lot of money with it. So
There was also that. You see, it had both sides now.
yeah, but hiyo nilitoa haraka sana.
You said never again.
I mean, nat gas is very volatile. Nat gas, if you also trade oil, if you also trade oil, I mean commodities, the energy commodities, you know, UK oil, US oil, and then nat gas. Those are very highly volatile commodities. So if you're getting into the market trading those, you have to be very careful and you have to be ready for anything. You see, like now when you've seen the situation for Iran and Israel, and that Monday, that whole war started like on a weekend. On Monday, if you looked at charts for UK oil, US oil, you saw the gaps that were there. It had immediate effect. Effect. So if someone is looking forward to trading commodities like US oil and UK oil and nat gas, then first you have to be very, very versed with geopolitical factors that affect these. Because some of these nations are very either large manufacturers or producers or exporters of these commodities. So you have to be very keen on the fundamental side of things. And also now in terms of like trading, if you go and start revenge trading on assets like those.
It's like you're taking a shovel and just, like...
Ni kama moto ya stima unamwagilia maji.
So you have to be also very, you understand the assets.
Yeah.
You understand the assets that you're trading.
That's true.
I mean, Euro USD, you can even leave it there. If it hits your stop loss, it won't be as bad as if you're doing gold or things like now commodities like those, you know. So again, there is also the importance of embracing where you are as a trader. Many people, especially now,
the small winnings.
The small winnings and embracing where you are as a trader.
Your knowledge, how far you've come.
Yes. Because people, when you're starting off and then you see like there's someone who's making probably like $100,000 and yourself, you're there with your $100 account. You're there giving yourself too much pressure instead of actually embracing yourself, embracing where you are and be like, as much as you've seen people make that $100,000, you are able to embrace yourself and know that I have a goal to achieve. And if someone else has been able to do it, then definitely I can also be able to do it with the right mindset, dedication, and the actual effort to do that, you know? Because it takes someone, you cannot compare someone's tenure with your first year. You don't know how long that person has been in the market.
That's true.
So trying to put that burden on yourself, it will be torturing yourself psychologically, in the sense of you are trying to get there as fast as possible. And there are certain things, especially in the markets. You can't shortcut this. You can't cheat the grind in this. And that is now the beautiful thing about it. This is not like actually you can do some shortcuts some way somehow and get rich over. No, you can't cheat the grind in markets.
That's true.
It will humble you. It will shape you.
Sorry to cut you short, but the only way to know you can't have shortcuts is once you place a trade,
Yes. I mean, the decision is already done.
It's a done deal.
The decision is already
It's
done.
either we make or
Yes.
we
Yes.
now.
It's
Yeah.
either
It
SL
is
or
not
TP.
for you.
Yes.
I like that.
So that is now the good thing about like trading and markets.
That's awesome.
You can't cheat the grind. You will have to put in that effort. You will have to put in the time, the dedication, the discipline to actually understand this craft and understand it well. So what do you think about it?
I'd just like to point out, this is our lead educator. That's why he talks with such vigor and assertiveness. So for me, I agree with everything you said, you know. So maybe just to also finish up with Brian. So now we are done. You said 2024, you got a new role, or
Yeah.
what's changed now from there?
Not much. However, now I got to be back in Nairobi.
Okay.
I could now meet friends, see my mentor, Fidel Pale, alikuwa anani take through a few things here and there, got into stocks, and then from then, 2025, now this year, I decided to be a consultant.
Wow, that's amazing. And you work with AIB Access. Maybe you can give us an idea of who they are.
Okay. I don't know if I can say that.
Well, actually, they're one of our partners, so
Yes.
we actually are working with them closely.
Yes.
I know they deal with offering clients access to the offshore market and also locally, I believe so.
It's more of a stock brokerage.
Okay.
They also do derivatives. Basically, it's more of stocks. So if you want to invest in local stocks, mostly local stocks to be specific, you can create an account with them. They have a platform called DigiTrader whereby it's an app you can enroll and then start your trading journey there for the local stocks.
Awesome.
Yes,
Awesome.
yeah,
Great. So now you're a consultant. You've done
Yes.
so many things in such a small period of time. What would you say was one of your best financial choices? Maybe
Being a consultant.
that's one of the best.
Yes,
Yeah.
because now with employment is a bit tricky.
Okay.
You don't have much time, and you're not free to explore other avenues in terms of maybe investments, in terms of opportunities, and also not having enough time with your family.
Yeah. You're kind of closed up. Your schedule is back to back
and
to
then
back.
you only get, I don't know, is it 27 days in a year?
Or the leave days.
The leave days,
Yeah, around
yeah.
there, about a month. Yeah.
However, me, I didn't really used to use them. But, you know,
That's
it's life.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. So we've had a really amazing conversation. Maybe your parting shot. Sorry.
Yeah,
Let me not cut you short.
parting shot. My parting shot will be a question for both of you.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
As we wrap it up, it will be a question for both of you, and I'll start with you, Brian. What will you tell your younger self in terms of the relationship with money?
I don't think that should be a parting shot. You
Parting
would have-
question.
You would have asked that when we started.
No, I'm
Because
asking it
that's
as
it's
we
a
wrap it up.
broad one.
Just summarize it into what will you tell your younger self about your
There's a lot
relationship
you
with
would want to
money?
tell your younger self. Well, me
My
personally.
answer will be very controversial.
Let's
I
go
don't know
ahead.
if you'll air it.
I don't
I don't know. How controversial are we talking?
Okay, let me align it.
Okay.
Younger self, that is, will you give me a bracket?
No, I won't give you a bracket.
Amka asubuhi.
This one is Amka
As a-
asubuhi.
Amka asubuhi. Okay, it's not controversial, but I've tried to just amka tu asubuhi, right? Kaa chini kwa meza. Like what I do, kaa chini kwa meza. Andika zile vitu zenye unataka kufanya. Kama unataka employment, enda employment. Kama unataka kukua mwanabiashara, hapa nitaongea Kiswahili ndio msinikosee. Mwanabiashara, kwa kizungu inaitwa an entrepreneur. Mwanabiashara, chagua yenye unataka. After you have selected what you want to do, focus na hiyo. Usiende left, right. I think that is direct to the point.
That's true.
Because the other one would be funny. Because I will tell you don't be employed, but
I think it's up to someone.
it's up to someone.
Yeah, it's more of a personal choice.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Now, Mercy, what will you tell your younger self in terms of relationship with money?
Well, I've always been disciplined with money. That's what I'd like to say because I've tried my best. But what I'd tell my younger self is actually do what Brian did. Be bold. Be bold. Actually go approach someone, be like, I've seen you probably need this in your company and whatnot. Approach them, maybe have a ready portfolio of the work you've done. Because I think I've never really probably done that when I started out my my journey, per se. So be bold and write down what I want and go for it. That's what I tell me.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
great.
That's great answers.
I feel like your younger self, you've already told them something. And
How many younger
oh, you're
selves
living,
does he
you're already
have?
living what you wanted. Yeah.
What I tell my younger self, what I tell my younger self in terms of relationships with money, is one, to be very bold, and I think I've done some very bold steps in my life in terms of like money, having to rewire myself, you know, in terms of mindset and all that. Two, I've done extremes, especially in terms of like, you know, spending and all that. I've done wild extremes. But then it's a matter of how do you align yourself, and how are you able to now get yourself back on track. Having been in the industry that I am in, especially now when you're like now that younger self, I know I can make it back. So you know, yes, you do that, then you know you can definitely up the lot size and make it back. It has its own advantages and disadvantages. The disadvantages is that you get to, you know, spend recklessly. The advantages is that you know that you can confidently make it back, and there's that abundance mindset that comes with it as well. It also like, you know, shapes you and knows you that it's not the end of the road. You know, you can get
Detachment with money.
Yes, exactly. You can make it back and still you will be on your feet. So my younger self really is more of be like, you know, be bold and also be disciplined. Because now, I mean, I'm sure at certain points in our lives, all ourselves, we've just found ourselves, you know, somehow mismanaging money in some ways.
Try and
right?
error.
Yes, there's that trial and error thing that happens. So my younger self really is just to be, you know, bold and be ready to accept, you know,
Whatever comes,
and be ready to accept whatever comes and stay disciplined with money.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow, this was an amazing conversation. Hope you guys had a good time. Thank you for sharing, Brian. At least I would just say anything that you didn't want to be shared. Great. So that was our amazing conversation with Brian, who is a consultant with AIB Access, and our co-lead educator, that is Geoffrey. I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. Tell us in the comment section, who else would you want us to invite and actually have more conversations with? What else would you want to hear, you know, in terms of your trading journey? You know what to do. Set up an account with Scope Markets and link up with our educators and our mentors and let them also help you in your financial journey. So that's it from us, guys. See you on the next one.